Hello and welcome back to the Mustang Blueprint Podcast. I'm Aubrey Hogus.
I'm Landon Cruz.
And we are here with Bella Angel and Megan Olsem. Would you guys like to tell us a little bit about yourselves?
I'm Megan Olsem. I'm from Jackson, Minnesota. I'm a junior. I am majoring in social work, and I'm on the wheelchair basketball team.
I'm Bella Angel. I'm a sophomore majoring in elementary education with a minor in music. I am part of Student Senate, and I've been helping with Ag Club this year.
Well, it's great to have you guys on. We're really excited.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're excited to be here.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to have fun, so I'm excited. But would you guys like to describe one another? Like, if you had to describe each other in one word, because I feel like we got to start off fun. And, like, one word, how would you describe each other?
One word. I would describe Bella as
It's a tough question.
Yeah, this is like our icebreaker.
She literally was describing me in a sentence when we went over it earlier. It wasn't one word.
Fun.
Okay.
That wasn't that bad.
We're good.
I would describe Megan as Why is it hard to describe you in one word? Entertaining.
Earlier you said I had an RBF.
Doesn't mean you're not entertaining.
That's true.
I get entertained by you on the daily.
Oh, I know.
How has your experiences, being in a wheelchair kind of shaped your life, growing up?
So growing up, I had 32 operations. I was born with 19 different diagnoses. And, so I really didn't have like my own childhood, I guess, because I was in the hospital and like going through operations and everything. So, with those experiences, it really like helped me become the person that I am today. And so yeah.
Very cool.
That's super cool.
Bella?
I guess I'd kind of add on to that, like, I didn't have as many operations as Megan, obviously, but a lot of the way I grew up and was taught growing up definitely helped me be the person I am today, and I wouldn't have had it any other way, honestly. It's like me having to see the world differently from other people and having to go through everything that I did go through as a child and even into high school and college. Like, I had a surgery 6 months ago now, but like I had to spend 50 days in the hospital. Like, that was a really hard experience, but it definitely made me as strong as I am today, and I wouldn't have changed any of it.
Would you say that it made you like more resilient? This is for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I would change my life at all. Honestly, I don't think I would change my life like at all. I think if I was born able-bodied, my life would be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wouldn't be the same person that I
Yeah.
am at all.
I would say the same. Like, honestly, like, people ask, like, do you wish you weren't disabled, or do you wish you didn't have a disability? No, because it is part of who I am and part of my personality.
It's what you know.
Yes, it's what I know, and it's like, is it hard to have a disability sometimes? Yeah, but, like, you get through it, and it genuinely, I feel like people don't realize that when you have a disability, how strong you have to be and how much you actually have to overcome and how much adversity you have to have. And that's something that I have always talked about, is how much adversity you really have to have when you are going through life in a different way than what an able-bodied person
Mhm.
would see it.
I think you guys are both very strong, and you guys have gone through a lot. And I think that you both this year have shown that and been able to stand up for yourselves in a way and advocate a lot. And would you guys like to talk about how SMSU has helped you guys advocate in a way?
Yeah, so I started advocating my sophomore year. I took Tony Newbell, Kamara Jaisaria, and who else? Aaron Klein and other people on like a tour. It was a way smaller tour. And I showed them a couple places on campus that were like unaccessible to me. And then, it really didn't go anywhere, but I was still proud of myself to like show them the places that were not that accessible to me. Then this year, with help from Student Senate and Bella, we took the whole cabinet and a couple professors and who else?
Even some students had ended up going, but we were just talking about this the other day, actually. There ended up being about between probably 25 and 30 people on this tour. And it was
Wow.
all of cabinet, all of the, like, the president, like, everybody was there. And it honestly, we got so much good feedback from that. We got literally the day of even that we had done the tour. After we got done that afternoon, we had already been getting emails from people saying, you guys are amazing. Like you showed us so much, and it was very eye-opening. And that was honestly for us so encouraging. And correct me if I'm wrong, but like we had just had so much good feedback, and I feel like President Jones especially has been so like amazing and so supportive of us, and like we have seen him put action into this. And some of the other people, like I just had a conversation with Jay Lee the other day about things that he is doing in his area, and so his area is a student center, so he's already getting people to come out and look at everything. And like there's just so much good that has come out of it this year. And I feel like, again, like Megan said, we had Student Senate to help. We had Sharon and Dora supporting us, and it honestly we couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Was there a moment that you realized that, advocating for, better accessibility within SMSU was like important to you? Yeah.
It's really about the thrill afterwards. Like after advocating, I get this rush of happiness and like knowing I did something good. And even if I don't see the action in like a year that I have left here.
Yeah.
Like I know that I did good for the students that are going to come after us, And so that's the part where I'm like, okay, I'm still doing good, even if I don't see the action that's gonna happen because I'm advocating right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I mean, obviously I have a couple more years than Megan, but like us being advocates for it, it makes me happy, and it makes me feel like I'm making a difference, even if we're not seeing results right away. Because obviously the things that we're advocating for and asking for are going to take time. That's not going to happen in a day. So even if we've even seen small things that have happened, like, for example, the garbage cans in the RA, they've already been moved, and all it took was one email. So just even seeing those little things, it makes me smile and makes me feel like we are doing something good. And even if we're not going to see it in this year or next year, like it's happening, and people are like reassuring us that it's happening too. So I think that helps both of us feel at ease about it and feel peaceful and be like, oh, even if it's not happening as fast as we maybe would like it to, people are telling us that they are doing something about it. And that's what makes me happy, is just being able to hear from people and have good feedback that we're doing something.
And knowing at some point it's going to happen. And my thing is to knowing that if I'm bringing up these things, at some point, someone, or knowing that I'm bringing up these things, people are knowing about these problems, because, you know, I've been told that some people in the past have brought up these same problems that
Yeah.
I've brought up, and nothing has said anything, or nothing has changed.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna stop
Of
advocating.
course. Yeah.
So
Very cool.
As long as you guys don't stop, eventually things will happen and
Yeah.
it will pay
Mhm.
off.
exactly.
I think
Yeah.
that's honestly what keeps us going. Like, even if we don't see things or we hear things from people that maybe aren't what we want to hear, the thing that keeps us motivated to keep going is that people do see and recognize what we're doing, and they do recognize what we're trying to do. And so they're sitting and saying, you guys are doing amazing. Like, you need to keep advocating because it is going to make a difference. Like, it's not going to stop. So then we're not going to sit and just give up just because it's not happening maybe in a time frame that we think it should or
Yeah.
want it to, because that's just not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It
You
takes time, it takes money, like all those things add up, but the small things are adding up as we go, and it is really exciting to see even the small things that are happening.
Do you think able-bodied people, if they were to, you know, come and help advocate, that things would change better or for the worse?
And actually, I think that they would, if we're showing people who are able-bodied what we're talking about, they are more likely to make a change. Like, even we had students on our accessibility tour. Like, we had students that were on Student Senate. We had students who weren't on Student Senate.
Yeah.
So it's like, and we had there were a couple of senators, but like the senators that were there were able to also add on to what we were saying. And like, they were saying they would add on to what we'd say about a bathroom or an elevator or whatever it was. They were able to see those things. And I think that there are those people who can see it who aren't like disabled, but not everybody does. So then we're trying to help everybody else see that, because
and in a different perspective.
right, when you're an able-bodied, you don't always think of it that way, and there are people that struggle to think of it in that way, but there are also people who do see what we're talking about and who do kind of understand somewhat what we're saying and why it would be hard for us as people who are disabled or use wheelchairs or whatever it is. So I think even there's a mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
I know to help able-bodied people understand better, you guys went around to talk to LEPs.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk a little bit about like what you explained there and like why you did that?
So we had a presentation that Bella and I made. In like, how long did it take us?
So we had kind of jokingly said that we wanted to go bring up to Sheila that we wanted to go talk to the LEPs, because we think that the freshmen are not knowledgeable about people who are disabled.
Mm-hmm.
And that had come up from the bias report that happened over homecoming.
I got this, Bells. Okay.
Megan wants to explain it.
Okay. So, like she said, it took us about 2 hours.
We had grinded this slideshow out in literally 2 hours.
It took us about 2 hours to make this presentation because, you know, I was so fed up. So I was homecoming queen, and, you know, there was a couple freshmen at a volleyball game that walked past me and Bella, and I was standing up, and they were like, "Wow, the crippled is standing.
What?
That's crazy. She must be faking just to get votes." What the
I knew that Megan was going to get heated. I knew Megan was going to get heated about this, but
10 minutes in.
I'm proud of you.
That might be a record.
I'm really proud of you too. We had said, like, we had talked about, so this happened, and then we went and made this slideshow, and like we said, we were very motivated at the time because we were just like, well, we're going to bring it up to Sheila. Hopefully she doesn't say no.
Mm-hmm.
She obviously didn't, but then we had just had to email all of them or email Sheila to reach out to all of them. And it was actually super easy to set up times, but like some of them we got the whole time to talk, some of them we got 45 minutes. Like it just depended on the class, honestly. And so this was a very much meant to be, it wasn't meant to call anybody out or anything like that. It was meant to be an educational, like, about the more common disabilities that you do see on campus. And me and Megan, obviously being like affiliated or friends with like the wheelchair basketball team and whatever, we were able to tell or very much know what the most common disabilities were. So we had given some background on all of those, and then talked about terminology and how you're supposed to approach someone who has a disability, and just all of those important things that we didn't necessarily know what the intent behind her getting called a cripple was. Yeah. We didn't know if it was to be mean or if they just genuinely didn't know that that's not necessarily a
nice way
way to say it.
Or if they were trying to be like funny to their friends, you know.
Mind you, when this happened, she had already gotten crowned.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of one of those things where like, it didn't need to be said because she obviously wasn't faking it just for the homecoming queen votes. Like she had already been crowned. She knows a lot of people know of Megan. Pretty much everybody on campus knows who Megan is.
Knows Megan.
Everyone knows Megan.
Everybody knows who Megan is. Like it just was like, it was just very much confusing. And we had said like it was one of the things in our presentation was like, you need to be mindful of what you're saying because we can hear you. We're not deaf. We're not deaf to it. Like if you think you're being quiet or sneaky about it, you're not. So that was one of the things that was very important to us to say in that presentation. Just again, not to call anybody out, but just for them to know and be mindful of it. Mm-hmm. And we had actually gotten a lot of good feedback out of those presentations too.
And then at one of our last LEPs, we talked about how to do a bias incident report on the SMSU website. Yeah. And I learned that that has helped. Unfortunately helped.
Yeah. Unfortunately they have to fill it out. Yeah. But now people know that that's more accessible to them.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's more that we were like, oh, people really don't know what kind of resources they have on campus. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in an LEP class, we felt like in the LEP, that's what that class was for. So when we were we brought up Erin Klein and Vicky and all of those people that you can go to. Yes. And we were like, Vicky's amazing.
Yeah. But I love her.
Yeah. We love Vicky. Erin's amazing. So we had brought up those people because we're like, apparently nobody knows about this stuff because after we had presented to all those LEPs, we found out that there were more bias incidents coming out or more things being reported, and we're like, I'm
going to be honest, until you guys came to our LEP, I didn't know about most of those things.
And that's what we realized. We're like, and we felt kind of like it was really unfortunate that we didn't talk about that stuff till like the last couple. We had talked about the resources for all of them, so I think that kind of helped too, because we did kind of mention, oh, you can go talk to Erin about anything, but we had not shown them on the website how to go and fill out like a report till the last couple, so it was kind of a last minute, we had just thought of it type of thing, but we had still brought up all those resources, and it really made me and Megan realize how many people don't actually know what their resources are on campus, and it was really like...
It's a bit of a shock.
Yeah. It really is. It really is.
It was really interesting and shocking to realize that nobody knows.
I guess I didn't know about it up until this year
Mm-hmm.
when
That's
I had to do it too.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that it took you until like your junior year to figure
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I didn't know till this year
Yeah.
either, if I'm honest. Like last year, I would never have thought, like last year as a freshman, I never would have thought about those resources or going to even like public safety.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, it was really
Kind
interesting.
of hidden off
Yeah.
of campus.
Right.
Not really talked about much.
Yep.
Mhm. Like unless you are unless you're called there
Mhm.
or needing to,
go there for
go
a
there.
specific reason.
yeah. Unless you're being, I don't know. It was just really interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What kind of changes or initiatives are you guys currently in like the process of?
We are trying to get the bathrooms more accessible on campus, especially in Bellows Academic.
Yeah.
And then in CH,
Mm-hmm.
and then IL. Pretty much all the buildings.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like-
all of them. So when we were doing our tour and stuff, we obviously had to prepare for that and like go around and make sure we knew what we were talking about. But it was one of those things where it's SM and ST have like bigger.
bathrooms.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yes. But if you're in CH,
They're really small.
ST or SM is
Small.
kind of far to
Mhm.
like push a wheelchair or whatever. But CH and BA honestly are the worst bathrooms. I know
I
Megan will
agree.
say that IL is pretty bad, but I honestly don't have a problem with the IL bathrooms. Megan has a bigger chair, so they might be a
It
little
makes, yeah.
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
makes sense
Issue.
why she says
Yeah.
that, but like if you have a chair like mine, I mean I will say I have one of the smallest chairs on campus,
Mhm.
but the IL bathrooms aren't necessarily our number one priority because they're not like unaccessible.
Yeah.
They're just like for Megan's chair, her chair's a little bit longer. It's you can barely get into the stall and shut like the stall door. But it's not like the worst one. But CH and
OCH is
BA
really bad.
is
yeah.
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. So those are the ones that are on the top of the list, I think, for bathrooms.
And then we are trying to get braille on the
Yes.
signage around campus. So yeah.
Yeah.
The buttons.
Oh, yeah.
like, a
making
lot of
sure
the
that they'll
doors.
work.
Yep. Making sure that they all work. There are places that like bathrooms and everything that do have really heavy doors that we pointed out on our tour. So we're trying to install some more buttons on campus and just making sure too that the clickers that we're given the
Yeah.
option to have do actually work for all the doors because we have actually found a lot of doors that don't
Actually open.
actually
Yeah.
open with the clickers and it's like, well, that's not
Defeats the purpose.
it defeats the purpose. We're told that they all work and it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
why isn't it working then?
Yeah.
And then we're
Oh, yeah.
we're working on a map that is going to have that basically for admissions to give out for people when they're touring. But basically it's going to have where the most accessible bathrooms are, the bigger elevators are, because there are a few elevators that do have issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like BA doesn't even have an elevator.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
when we went in fine arts and it was so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Fine
went in the
arts
fine
is
arts
cold.
elevator and it was like freezing
Yeah,
because
that
it's
one's-
Yeah.
outside.
That one is
Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
outside
that
wall,
one is
yeah.
It's
cold.
insane.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The fine arts bathrooms are another one that we're trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
work on.
I haven't been in those.
I don't recommend.
Don't
No.
go in there. No.
Last year I had a lot of music classes for my minor. I don't recommend those bathrooms.
No.
All right, good to know.
I don't know if the male is the same as the female, but at least for the female, is it the upstairs? The upstairs one literally has 2 doors. So you open a door, you push open the door, and then you have to pull the other one open at the same time. And at the time of the tour, I was still restricted in ways for my surgery. So it was really, really hard to like show that I can't get in here because I can't open these doors. I can't hold this one open
Yeah.
like this with one arm and then push the other or pull the other one open because it's twisting my body. Like that's going to hurt me. So it was like, one of these doors doesn't need to be here.
No.
The inside one doesn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another thing that we're working on.
So with the map, I am working with the accessibility office with Maddie Groff,
Mm-hmm.
and then Aaron Klein. So we are getting the most accessible bathrooms on campus on a map, and then getting the elevators on a map, and then what else?
I think that's pretty much it. It's just bathrooms and elevators.
Oh, and then doors with
Oh, yeah, where the doors with the handicap
Mm-hmm.
buttons
Yeah.
and the clickers
Yes.
will work.
Yeah.
That's another thing that will be on the map.
Yep.
Another thing we're looking forward to hopefully doing this semester, towards the end of the semester, is doing our presentation that we were doing in the LEPs, but it will
Mhm.
be hopefully in the conference center for like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the right word, but basically like a large seminar type of deal
Yeah.
Okay.
where like it's open to
Anyone.
everyone
Yeah.
and anyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we'll make our presentation longer, obviously.
And then it would be like more personalized.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
We'd
Yeah.
still talk about everything that we've already been talking about, but it'd be a good opportunity to share more of our personal stories and stuff like that. So that's something we're probably going to work with Senate on this semester, which will be really exciting.
That will be fun.
yep.
Mhm.
You guys kind of already covered this question, but like, is there anything like specific like on the top of your list that needs to be fixed like ASAP? Like the bathrooms, would you say?
I would
Or-
say for the bathrooms, correct me if I'm wrong, like you can't obviously fix every bathroom
Mhm.
that fast, because like if they're going to take out stalls and make it a one staller or whatever they're going to do, it does take time and it does take resources to do that. And then they're probably not going to knock out a bathroom and like demolish it in the middle of the school year.
No.
No.
Like that's just not reasonable.
No.
But there's like the curtains
Yeah.
in the bathrooms,
Yeah.
they need to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
that's-
curtains are something that we were very passionate about talking about on our tour.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the curtains in the bathrooms, 100%.
Yeah.
That's just, in my mind, it's just not safe for anyone
Mm-mm.
who uses it. And, yeah. I mean, and like anyone could open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just no,
It's just there.
no, thank you. No,
Yeah.
thank you. No, thank you.
Megan's
No, thank you.
Megan will
nope.
absolutely go across campus to
I will.
another bathroom.
I will.
I have
So that
done
she
that a
doesn't
few
have
times.
to use the
I have.
Like it's just not. It feels very, like Megan said, unsafe. Like
Yeah.
if there's a shooter in the school for whatever reason,
yeah.
and you're in the bathroom, they can pull a curtain open and then
like
Yeah.
it's not. There's no
it's not.
safety for.
There's no safety, and it's just not private either.
No.
Again,
Mhm.
like someone can pull the curtain open
Yeah.
if you can't see the chair like underneath the curtain, and then
You feel exposed, and that's
Yeah.
not okay.
Half of the time when you're in the bathroom, you literally don't even pull the curtain closed.
that's true. And the ones that are too small, especially in BA, they have curtains. I don't pull the curtain closed most of the time because I'm like, I can't pull it closed because
Mhm.
it's not big enough. And I don't know if like you have that problem, but like,
A few bathrooms. Yeah.
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 Not every bathroom, obviously. Like the one in PE, it's a curtain, but like I can pull it closed all the
Mhm.
way. The curtain still needs to like go away, but
Yeah.
it's still able
I
to
agree.
be closed all the way.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. I
Yeah.
haven't even.
Mhm.
There are some that you can't even get your chair in all the way and close the curtain.
I've been in a few bathrooms where I'm like, you guys say this is accessible, but I go in and I can't even like turn the corner without being stuck or rubbing
Exactly.
up against
That's
a wall.
Exactly.
And
Excuse me.
one
Sorry,
of the
guys.
senators who was on the tour with us, Ashlyn had brought up, she goes into the stalls half the time, like the smaller ones, and she can't even, she's able-bodied, she can't even turn around.
Yeah. They're so
and they,
small.
or put her backpack like on a hook on the door, so then like,
Half the time the hooks are ripped off the
Yeah.
walls
She's
or
like,
whatever.
one of them, I literally put my backpack on the door, and the door just like tilts. Like the whole door is gonna fall down, and I'm like, so it's not just the disabled community that's having these problems, and it's crazy to think about that, because I know we don't always think about how the able bodies deal with that stuff, but like the BA stalls are very, very small.
Yeah.
They're probably small for people who aren't in wheelchairs.
Who can people reach out to if they have any questions with accessibility?
Accessibility services, Vicky Abel, of course.
Yep.
Um,
And this is something we had mentioned in our LAP is like a lot of people don't know that Vicky, you can go to her for anything.
yeah.
Like it does not have to be a physical disability. It can be like a learning disability, or if you have any type of learning issue, you can go to her and
Yeah.
you can get accommodations.
Mhm.
And that was something we made sure to bring up
Yep.
just because of people don't
Yeah.
realize how much she can actually do.
Yeah.
If people who are able-bodied had like a question or like didn't know how to go about asking, what way do you think they should go about asking? Because this is so that people who are listening know how to ask respectfully.
Just ask. Honestly. Just ask. If you're coming up to me, just ask. I really do not give a I'm sorry. But I really do not give a I
She did really good.
She made it like 20 more minutes.
That's the last 4 minutes.
I
It's
do
okay.
Going
not
off the rails.
just ask.
I think this is something we did have this question pop up in our LAPs, and we were like, how do you guys think you're supposed to ask? But it was something that we mentioned was there are right and wrong ways to ask. You can't just, with Megan, obviously she said she doesn't care, but that's Megan. With
Some
a
people
normal
do care.
person, yes.
Yes.
Some people do care, and a lot of people on campus especially are even not as confident in their disability as like me and Megan are, or even you.
Yeah.
Like we are not, there are people who
Yeah.
are more timid and scared to talk about it. So we're like, don't go up to them and just say, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
That is not the proper way to ask
No.
that. They're gonna run away and they're not gonna want to answer. You can say, hey, like, can I ask you a question? And then if they say, yeah, you can ask a question, like just ask your question. And if you don't know the right way to ask your question, just say, hey, I don't mean this in a mean or offensive way, but I don't know a better way to ask. If you specify that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a better
Response.
response.
Yeah.
And a, like, has that happened to you?
I mean, I wouldn't like go up to the person and be like, hey, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because that could be like any question. I'd be like, can I ask a question about your disability? Not just, can I ask a
Yeah.
question? So,
Yeah.
So I would definitely be like, can I ask a question about your disability? And then the person will either say yes or no. So
Even saying, like, if they're in a wheelchair, for example, just even saying, hey, can I ask a question about your wheelchair? Because they might not want to be offensive and be like, well, I don't know if you're disabled or
Yeah.
Yeah.
they might ask it like that. I would say even that's like
yeah,
That's
not a
fine.
bad way to
Yeah.
say it.
I even had a person ask me a question about my chair a couple days ago. And like, it was nice because half of the time people don't ask questions.
No.
Like,
They're
it was
scared.
so weird.
Yeah.
I think
People are scared because
They
don't want
are.
yeah.
they don't want to come off offensive or rude,
Uh-huh.
so they don't know how to go about it.
And
I want people to ask me questions
Yeah.
half of the
Yeah.
time.
we literally made it so clear in our LAPs, like, come up and ask us questions. Me and Megan may look like scary people, but we're not that scary. We will answer your questions.
I might have been scared of Megan at first. I'm not gonna
Really?
lie.
Everyone's a little scared of
A
Megan
little
at
bit.
first.
When we were talking
Wow.
about how we describe someone, I'm like, Megan looks a little scary sometimes, but I promise she's not that scary. You just have to go and talk to her
Yeah.
to get to know her. But yeah, like, I think people are very scared to ask, not just because they don't want to offend. I think there's other reasons that they're scared because of all the stereotypes too
Yeah.
around people with disabilities. Like, that was something that was talked about in the disability focus group that we had a few months ago.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember when that was, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of stereotyping around disabilities, and I think that makes people really scared to ask too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for having.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. We're so glad to have you. We had a
Thanks for
great
having
time.
Yes, this was very fun.
It was a lot of fun. But yeah,
We had fun.
thank you for watching the Mustang Blueprint podcast, and we will see you next time.
How much would you say that networking is important?
If it's not 100% networking, it's 99% networking and then 1% like skills in business, right? Because it doesn't matter if you're the best person in your field. You know, if you're not in front of anybody, nobody knows that, so nobody cares, right? Because they don't know that they're supposed to care.